What's up, everybody? It's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, and it seems that my my capture here has decided that it is a different thing. I don't know why it resets that. It uses like the spout capture to capture my model here, and it uses the same capture for the stream avatars that I use. And for whatever reason, like every couple of boots on OBS, like the source is like, oh, you wanted VC face? No, you don't. You want first available. Like, no, that's not what I want. I already checked the game. The game was fine. I've never seen it happen on the screen, but something to remember for the future. What's up, everybody? It's me, Jum Jumington, former CEO of Jumington Dynamics, broadcasting live from the Jumington Dynamics Auxiliary Hazardous Material Storage Facility somewhere in the world. What's up, Judd? What's up, Jeremy? How's it going, everybody? Been a while. Good to see you. Hope you've all been well. It's been quite a week. It's been quite a couple of weeks. pretty stressed out times. Things are okay. A lot going on this week. It was not great. Oh, here's the Lego fact. Did you know both Kevin Conroy and Adam West voice in the Lego Batman game? That's correct. I did know that. I don't remember who Adam West portrays in that. I don't know if does he do Batman? He doesn't do Batman. He does something else, doesn't he? I know Kevin Conroy did the Batman. The last time I played that was with a friend's kid, and we got to a section where there were all these vehicles like in a parking lot, and you had to, like, you know, after we defeated all the enemies, you're supposed to go into the building, and he did not want to progress the game. He kept dragging us back outside, and he just wanted to drive the vehicles around. And I was just like, oh, well, okay. Okay. That was, it's probably an older one now. The new Lego Batman game. How new is that? Going to go over here. Good. Yeah, I did a lot of like doctor's appointment stuff this week, and driving people around and just being like, just kind of stressed and wiped out. And there are a couple of days this week that I was like, maybe I can stream this evening. And as the day went on, either something would come up or I'd just be like, you know what, I just can't. I don't want to talk. I just want to melt and be non-existent for a while. I just kind of veg out. It's pretty hard with stuff. The Star Wars Lego games most. Yeah, I played a lot of the last one with my nephew. Was it the Skywalker Saga? Is that what it is? Well, no, it's not the Skywalker Saga. It's like the whole deal, right? It took stuff from everything. I spent a lot of time unlocking characters. Also, a lot of time, you know, disproving, like, people will put up these videos like, did you know Moon Knight is in this game? Like, Moon Knight is not in this game. And they put up a code you could put in to unlock the character, and it's like, that code doesn't work because Moon Knight does not exist in this game. And then I looked at the video and it was like an all-white Darth Vader, and I'm like, I'm not sure if that exists in the game at all either, but it's certainly not Moon Knight. Look at this Lego Batman. Let's see which one that I played. This is a while ago. So many Lego games, so many characters. You know what? Like, I played a lot of the Lego games I played were prior to like the Lego Star Wars, Indiana Jones, like those games popularizing like that style of game, right? Where you're a Lego character running around. I played Alpha Team, which was like a puzzle game. I played Rock Raiders, which was, I want to say it was like a almost like an RTS. There was a Lego train game, but like still don't know what was going on with that. I don't remember if you could actually like build a train layout, and there were Lego guys in it, but they spoke with the voices, and like I couldn't tell if it meant they were happy. I don't know what was up with that. I never got very far with the game. I played a lot of Lego Racers. That was very fun. Hope this week will be better. I hope so too. There's a lot of stuff I had to reschedule and bump around, and you know, sometimes stuff comes up and I'm just like, oh, I can't reschedule this. I need like a set schedule, especially when it comes to like the streaming stuff. Like, I need to know what's going on during the week so I can plan stuff. And when things get moved last minute, it's like, well, there we go. There we go. It's too late to reschedule things, so I just have to cancel stuff. My dog was sick. Arthur was sick earlier this week. It's the first time since he was a very little puppy that he was just like sleepy at night, because he's got a real problem where his energy level just ramps up as the day goes on, and usually about 10 or 11 o'clock at night he's just going absolutely nuts, and he was just very lethargic. I was very concerned, but he got into something. He just did not agree with his stomach, spent the whole day throwing up, and every time it happened he went and hid because he thought he was in trouble. He was not in trouble. Wasn't interested in any of his treats or any of his food. So I just figured out, let his stomach settle out, give him some chicken and rice, boiled chicken, bland old boiled chicken with rice, which he scarfed down. And his energy level came back and everything came back, except that we learned that he no longer wanted the food that we've been feeding him since we first got him. He has graduated up to an older dog's food now, which he heartily scarfed down. So it was quite a big relief. But that was only like a day or so, and he bounced back pretty quick. So he's doing good again. He's doing good. But yeah, it's nothing like when you're dealing with like emergency situations, and then you kind of get clear of that a little bit, and then some other thing pops up, and it's just like, I have not recovered from the last one. Well, don't hit me with more stuff. I think they get in trouble for throwing up. They throw up in some weird hidden spot. Yeah. Yeah, he's no, he's a good dog. He's a good dog for the most part. He gets up to some stuff that I don't agree with, but he's not really bad. But he's pretty good. He needs more exercise is the thing. I try and keep him entertained when I'm around during the day, but like obviously it's not enough. It's not enough. What is this? The latest one? Legacy of the Dark Knight. Is it the newest one? I wonder how they got Kevin Conroy. Wow, that's just the like actual Legos. I'll have to look into that more. When did this come out? Oh, 2 days ago. It just released. For the Hell Knight PSX series, it's a great game. Yeah, that game was really, really interesting. Just another game that like not really well remembered. It's got a lot more coverage now because there's a lot of people on YouTube that are doing like, I bet you didn't hear this game, or like doing deep dives on like oddball games. And it's I said it during the video, I said it a lot, but like it just like the Note and just like Overblood 2, like didn't really get a lot of notice because it didn't release in the US. It made it out of Japan to Europe only. It didn't get a wide US release, and so it just kind of like, I don't know, to get picked up. It's a very interesting game. I love the designs in it. The audio work in it was really good. It's a very memorable game. Really, really weird game. And it's not that they don't make games like that anymore. They're like indie studios make a lot of weird stuff that can like completely slip by you. But like having something like on a mainstream console that's like that level of weird is like, to me, I just don't see it as much anymore. I'm just looking in the wrong place. I feel like I feel like in a lot of areas, game design has solidified too much, to the point that things can get kind of stale. And I kind of miss the oddball stuff. I really miss the oddball stuff. But that's why you gotta dig into the indie games more. And give that stuff a shot. Get on itch.io and check out what people are making over there, because people are still making weird stuff. There's so much of it now, and discovery is a big problem. And it's not just a problem for the developers that makes it hard for them to get games sold. It's harder for players too to lock in on games they might actually enjoy, because you're flooded with so many new games every single day. Only on PC nowadays. Yeah. Well, publishing, like, it's a much better deal for smaller publishers publishing on PC. Like there's benefits to getting on the console. You get a wider market out there, right? But it's a lot more restrictive getting stuff on a console than it is releasing stuff on PC. Or if you need to do updates or patch stuff, like it's got to go through a lot more than it does if you're releasing on Steam. So the credits in the game, some names maybe they did a tribute to Kevin Conroy and almost, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious on that, because I mean, Kevin Conroy's been gone for a while, and they could have reused previous recordings. Yeah, Kevin Conroy passed away in 2022, which he could have recorded stuff. Games have a long development time. So they could have recorded stuff before then. They could have reused stuff. Hopefully it's not like a weird AI thing. What Adam West? 2017. Yeah, I didn't think he was still around either. They may have just been credited. I'll have to check it out. What's up, Parhenmo? How's it going? What's up, pedals? Stressed, but on a VTuber game show later today, so I have to calm down. Got any tips on keeping your cool? Boy, do I not. I'm terrible at that. I used to be a lot more resilient when I was younger, and these days, like, stress hits me and I'm just like, I just fold like a lawn chair, like, I'm done. The stuff that I do to like de-stress and kind of soothe my mind doesn't really work that well. I listen to like relaxation videos or like ASMR videos on YouTube, and I find they are very relaxing, but like only when I'm listening to them. And the second I take the headphones off, I'm just like, like instantly like back to the stress. Like it all just comes roaring back in. So I don't have any great tips for that. I do that. So you have to get very good at finding your own inner peace and being able to direct your mind there. Or take the complete nihilistic approach and just realize that nothing actually matters. Nothing. But I wouldn't recommend that. That can have some negative effects there. Draw Hong was Wizardry Part 1, planning on playing all three. I do plan on playing all three. I don't know if I'll go straight to them. I may switch to something else. Because we just hit level 5. Well, we hit it a little while ago. We're just now exploring level 5. I think like we got the ability to reach level 5 like 2 episodes ago. And I just was like trying to grind up some levels and figure out what's going on with the characters. So I think I may play something else before jumping into the second and third one, but I do plan on playing them all. I do plan on going through them. I'm curious how the transition works, because in the original game, first off, 2 and 3 are flipped on the Japanese release side. But in the original game, part 2, you had to have characters that were level, I want to say 17 or higher from the first game to bring into the second game. I don't think they do that in this. I don't think you bring your character straight over. I think I don't know if there's even a mechanical representation. We'll find out when we get there, though. Need some Banjo Mommy ASMR playing the whole time. Hey, whatever floats your goat. ASMR is, there's a lot of different, like a lot of variety in ASMR. And I feel like it's like anime. I encapsulate those both together because it's like there's a perception of what anime is just a bunch of like really pervy stuff. That's not always the case. And if you're like, I like anime, people will like pull up like the like weird stuff and be like, oh, I see why you like it. Like, no, not that one. Not that one. There's another one. There's a different thing. There's a different thing. There's a lot of different stuff out there. A lot of different sounds. Some of it's not all like, because I think now there's a perception of like ASMR is like all role play stuff where someone's like talking to you the whole time. I actually don't like those that much. It's just like the stuff that is like, here's a haircut without talking. There's just like the sound of the clipper by your ears and like a hair dryer and like, but his shifted a lot. People eating. That like, I can't stand that. I hate if I've got like a cookie and I don't forget to mute the mic. I'm like, these people are getting like a terrible show here. I don't know how much you can hear it. I try to keep it away from the mic. Put on opening to an anime I loved when I was a kid. I listen to a lot of anime music too. It's good advice. Don't worry about it. You're doing good in the game show. Yeah, I'll have to check that out when I have completed my stream. I'm curious about that. Almost first day of summer. Oh, don't remind me. Time is moving too quickly. Yeah, it's not too bad here. It was like upper 60s. I think it just hit 70. It was raining earlier. It's the weather has been close to like fall autumn weather, which is my favorite time of year. It's enough to like completely throw my brain out where I step outside and it's like, man, this is some nice Resident Evil weather. And then like the next day it's like 75, like, nope, They fooled me. What's up, Jum Jum? How's it going? Showing up to beat Bubsy. Well, Bubsy's not here, so you've done a good job of scaring him off because he's yet to appear on a Jum stream. He may never, but I can't promise that. All right, let's roll over to that game screen here. I think that's where I left it last. Well, I haven't done anything since the last time, so it should still be good. Picks I got on the Discord. I will check those out. What do you got growing now? Have you started seeing? I never know like the like timing on that stuff. Like when you can expect to start like harvesting things. I looked at it the last time. Well, geez, it's probably not the last time I remember seeing it. You had like a video up about it. Should have died back in the PS1. Yeah, I mean, it's always the games that you're like, who is this made for? And those will just continue on forever. Lettuce, potatoes, ooh, potatoes, spinach, tomatoes, lots of different kinds, peppers, 3 colors. Yum, yum, yum. I'm curious how your potatoes come out. You ever grow any like pumpkins or melons and you like the vine? Well, I guess tomatoes are vine based. Well, I have tried several times to grow pumpkins and watermelons, and the only time that squirrels did not dig up every seed and eat them was when I was helping my mom. She was planting in the community garden, and then we found out that the ground was infested with the root boring beetles, and so that was just the end of it. Ever start inside the house January, February, let us outside over 0, below 25. What's 25 Celsius in Fahrenheit? Because like 25 like Fahrenheit is like very cold, but I know like the scale is different. It throws me off. My cat's destroyed mine. Our cats, they didn't really mess with that stuff, but it was a while since my mom had anything like substantial growing. She just got tired of dealing with other random animals. Although I was looking out back the other day and I saw some strawberries. They're not where they had planted strawberries, but that's how strawberries work. They kind of get around. We have freedom. We have all kinds of beauty and measurement here. We have a lot too. And now more than ever, because there's a lot of stuff in the US that is like, we're not going to bother catering to you anymore. So this stuff will all be in like grams. And I'm like, man, I don't know about that. Here's these measurements. It's all millimeters. Like, get used to it. Like, well, okay. Strawberries will invade everything. Yeah. That's the nice thing with strawberries, if you like strawberries, is that it's bad because it's difficult to keep them contained, but like you'll plant them and you'll get nothing the first year, right? And then like later you'll come back and they're just like, they've grown wild. Now, I don't particularly like strawberries. And that was the only thing I could ever get to grow in my last place. But I could never get them harvested before the wildlife ate them. And then even when I did get them, they'd go in the fridge and they'd just rot because I didn't actually like strawberries. It's like somebody else, my roommates planted them and they just left them there. I'm like, oh, well, something's growing here. And I was just excited that something grew. Nobody wanted them. 2 years straight the most. Yeah, that's how it was. Like the first year we didn't get anything. The second year they really ballooned out. Whoever's living there now, because those are rental property, might be getting some of that. There was wild garlic growing out back though, which I found when I discovered a spicy smell mowing the lawn. I did harvest some of that. You have to freeze in the ground to get started. I did not know that. I didn't know what the actual mechanics of it was. Look at these hit point totals and the absolute maddening disparity. We have several members of the party that have rolled very poorly, very unluckily on hit rolls, on hit die rolls. And then you got Jeremy with 117 hit points, which is almost double anybody else. The only person that comes close is Silas. I really feel like I should inspect everybody. I really feel like I'm going to have to retire Jum sooner or later. I'm just keeping him around for pure vanity. Pure vanity. That's the only reason Jum's still on the party. What has he got? He's got a long sword. Is it not equipped? Oh, he's got the anointed flail. I wonder why. I wonder why. I think it was because I could equip it, but I don't know if it does more damage than that. Oh geez, I gotta fix that. I always hit the wrong button. All right, well, no, he is equipped with that. Okay, that's fine. It's got a potion, Rod of Flame. Great. The Rod of Flame is really useful because you can't cast spells in a surprise round, but you can use the rod. Jeremy's a buffet of HP. Yeah, those undead are gonna be chowing down on his multiple layers of muscles. I don't know who you're quoting there. That's the second one. The first one didn't make it past the bonketing. I'll have to look this up now. We're always coming in here quoting random stuff. I don't know nothing. Well, that's not bringing anything up. God, search is so terrible now. Oh, it's... I don't remember the lyrics of this at all. All I remember was the unintelligible parts. It's Jim Carrey singing Imposter, which was a parody of Informer from In Living Color. Don't watch a video of that. I haven't seen that in forever. All right, let's jump. Jeremy got a potion, the blue ribbon, and a bronze key. Okay, I'll probably get rid of that anointed flail. And potions, very good, very good. Utter chaos. Oh, he's traveling light. I should look at some additional armor for people. I need to clear some stuff here. We'll send those over to Utter Chaos. Okay. I want to make sure that Judd's inventory is relatively lean. Just because Judd's got to get equipment to identify it. Dun, 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 dun. So no better weapons, really. No better armor, really. So I got the shield. He's got the helm. There are copper gloves that are 6,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy those. Yeah, there's just no, like, what I really need is something to act as an antidote to paralysis, and they just don't have it. And I look every time as though I don't know what's there. Lean and mean, that's right. He's a lean, mean identifying machine. Oh, you know what? Let me flip on that gamma boost. It's only a little bit of a difference, but little gamma boost on there, but it helps. For whatever reason, the capture is really dark on that. Probably also use gauntlets. Cannot. Chaos. Can Chaos use gauntlets? No. No. Does Chaos have an iron shield? Oh, Utter Chaos, you're getting a shield upgrade. Let me upgrade you. I don't think we can do any better in the armor, which is weird. Same, and same for that. Okay. All right. You know, I could have just sold some stuff there. Now I'm thinking about it. We can use those power gloves. We just got the copper gloves, which is mostly like the fighting people. What's up, Flash? Welcome in. How you doing? All right, flail, sturdy plate, iron shield, helm, copper gloves, rod of flame. Good, good, good. Yep. Very nice, very nice. Iron shield, very good, very good. Nobody else got anything. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. I'm gonna get rid of this anointed flail. Probably don't need it. And a small shield. I'm gonna leave that for now. Well, no, so I can just buy another one. Okay. All right, we'll take a quick look at the training grounds just out of curiosity. However, it's kind of rough that Jum has the best armor class out of anybody by only 1 point, but still. I'm just curious. I don't think anything's changed from the last time we look at it, and I'm not really looking to change anyone's class right now, but I'm curious. Ryan, Chaos. I don't want Chaos to change. Most of the people who don't have levels aren't gonna become something else. Yeah, poor Jum. He could become a mage, and that's it. Jeremy could become a bishop or a samurai. He's better off. If he could become a lord, I might invest in that. But I don't think he's very close to that. Priest bishop. We may change Ben over once he's reached maximum level on stuff, just to have another fighting class. I don't know though. Okay. The downside of this is then I have to go through and re-add everybody here. Chaos, Judd, Ben. Okay. All right, let's get down in that dungeon. We're going to continue our exploration of the 5th level today. Gargoyle. I haven't seen gargoyles yet. I don't think. I think they've all been friendly or just run away. Maybe we have fought them. All right. First things first. We want the Porphic, which should increase everyone's AC. I'll wait until we get lower for the light spell. We surprised them. 8 huge spiders. I'll use this even though it risks blowing up. But if it clears them all out quickly so that they don't have a chance to poison us or paralyze us or anything goofy, it's worth it. We could always get more. All right, trapless chest. Trapless chest. Okay. Okay. I never trust those. Never trust those. And that's why I hit the Calfo, which does use the spell slot, but it gives me additional information on that. Okay, now we'll light this place up, which will make it easier for us to spot hidden doors and see what's going on. Let's consult the map. Let's see where we're at. Let's get down to the elevatrix. That was a one-way door down there. Okay, I see how I got in there. It's like, how do we even get in over here? Okay. Let's to the left. Go to the left first. Uh-oh, we've been surprised. Oh, they're trying to chew on us. I don't like it. Okay. Time to throw some spells at them. I can do some damage. I can try and put them to sleep. I'll try and put them to sleep. Fight the bishops. Fight the bishop. Hide. All right, we'll see what order we're going here. Chihuahua. Yeah, I don't know. It's so bizarre, but they just use the same attacks for everything. But we keep running into like presumptively living human creatures that are like, why are you biting me? Okay, we took some hits there. Put one guy to sleep. One guy left. Wail on him. He's toast. That's some good XP right there. Crossbow bolt. All right. Disarm the crossbow bolt. Excellent. Excellent. Very little damage. It looks like only Jum. He got hit by a bishop. The bishop was like, I'm gonna get you. Here's the weird ass door here. This goes nowhere. Here's this weird ass door that I still don't understand what the point of this structure is. It's so weird. I was very nervous to go through it because it felt like it was going to be like a transporter. It's like a teleport trap. It's just an odd position, one-way door. All right, let's go. New ground here. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Curious. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a door. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, just making sure that it's not a some kind of weird trap here. Okay, we can get through the door. 2, 3. It's probably more than that. See what's around this corner here. 3 in the door. Not gonna go through it yet. Uh-oh. Look, oh, I hate these. It's either a trap or it's just a message, or both. Oh boy. What's up, Joshua? Welcome in. How you doing? We're just checking this out here. I'm not quite sure what this is. Can I? Oh. You know, I'll be honest, that seemed like four east, 5 north, 5 down, we're facing east. Okay. It blinked. It blinked, you know, when I walked on that. Maybe it just turned me. It did. It's like a rotator. Do I have something to reflect that in the floor? As I'll just put a little circle dot thing there. It just kind of rotated me. Get rotated, idiot. How weird. Oh boy, then we're in darkness. Okay, I don't like the looks of that. Magical darkness. Sadly, this is a short break. Well, I appreciate you dropping it all the same. Hopefully the rest of your workday goes well. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's nothing down there then. It's very weird. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll check this door here. Okay. It's nothing. Curious. Unusual layout here. Just carefully mapping. I don't like bringing it up and putting it back down all the time, but if you look over on the left, you can see the map that I am drawing and bring it up there. You can see as I'm mapping this in carefully here. some kind of layout. Okay. Okay. Two, three. Yep. I see where this is coming out here. See if I'm exploring unknown, drawing your progress. Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad I have this program just for the streaming. Otherwise, I'd be just drawing this on some graph paper. But this program is pretty nice, and it's easy to clean stuff up, and it looks pretty nice. Easy to navigate around. It's all keyboard shortcuts. That's something that I think gets lost a little bit for like a game like Etrian Odyssey. When it was on the DS and the 3DS, you would use the stylus to draw the map in. And now releases now are, from what I understand, like they have like an auto mapping function that I think you can edit, but it's not the same. That's really rough to me. And I don't think I've seen anything that really did it like that well when it was required. Were games that really made use of the dual screen, I just don't think they translate well to like a Switch or other systems like that you only have the one screen. I think there's ways you could do it by letting you have, two screens on at the same time, or kind of like switch between the screens. It depends on how the game works. I know there's one game that they remade for the Switch. That was a puzzle game on the DS, but a lot of the puzzles relied on like the different sensors of the DS, including closing the DS in order to close an object in a book. And like, you just can't do that on the Switch. They just replaced it with other puzzles, which kind of lose that effect. Mega Man did it pretty well. Yeah, but I didn't know how much like the secondary screen played into it that much. Like a lot of the Pokemon games, right? The second screen was just like a menu, and it was like, okay, you could just have a menu that you pull up now. Like, and that's how a lot of games on the 3DS were, right? Same for the DS. There are a lot of games where they didn't really take advantage of the second screen. They're just like, you can always have the menu open, and it's on the second screen. It just wasn't doing much. Ones that did make like heavy use of it, like it doesn't translate well. Anything that just use it for like auxiliary controls or stuff, or like, this is your display, like it's a card game, this is where your cards are, like that's not too bad to switch it over. I don't know how did Mega Man do it? Did they just integrate it into the main screen, or do they have like a second screen to put up? I know I watched the stream, and I'm pretty sure it's the Mega Man you're talking about, but I don't remember. Didn't use the second screen in most games. With bowling microphone, hated the bowling part. Yeah, I understand that, but you understand what I'm saying. Like if that was part of the game, and then he takes that out, like you can just make it a button press or something. But like a lot of things were built around like that novelty of it that are just kind of gone now. Star Force, you pick battle cards and powers. Sky and Brother Info, stuff like that. It's a bit special depending on the form you're using. It can go from a map screen to a screen to redirect bullets. You can switch to the button press. Yeah, I mean I think the best you could hope for is just to have both of those, like be able to just like switch the screens with a button press. This should just be like a single room, like a single square in here. Stairs down, interesting. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We got stairs down, so we know where the stairs are, and presumably this will take us out this way. And how is this messed up? Where is my mistake here? Because I've got like a double door going on here. So this is, we should be on 9-5. Said Ben cast another Doom Epic. 9-5. Okay. I see what I've done here. I just miscounted a square. Yes, this is close to the elevator. We just go straight and to the left. We'll be at the elevator. This is one on the DS had the blowing part after the giant snake bites that dude. You can give him CPR. Really? That's bizarre. See that? I mean, that's something that, like, didn't need that. That seems kind of tacked on. Other games had functions like that I don't think you really need. Pokemon Snap has a ROM hack on the 3DS. What is the ROM hack? Like, what does it add? Or was Pokemon Snap? Did Pokemon Snap have a 3DS game? Or is it? I forget, because I remember Pokemon Snap on, like, what, the 64? Star Force 2 draw symbols and constellations, now it uses buttons. A 64 version, not to my taste, but it's interesting. It's a blowing thing once in the game. Yeah, see, I mean, that is weird to me if you only use it once in the game. If the game has like a bunch of puzzles, and that's one of them, and other stuff is like a sound sensor or like a gyro sensor or something like that. That was interesting. I remember somebody was telling me, I was asking about, there's a Pokemon, it's like a squid Pokemon that only evolves when it reaches level 30 while you're holding the console upside down. And it was originally from, 3DS that had that sensor. You had to hold it upside down while it hit level 30 and then it would evolve. And somebody told me that, like, oh, it's in the Switch games and you have to do it on the Switch as well. Or Bowser's Inside Story, Giant Battle, you need to blow on the mic to breathe fire. I know the world ends with, was it the world ends with you? I think I may be confusing the title with something else. I think that one had used a lot of on the DS. It used a lot of features of the DS that the Switch port just kind of like just kind of hand waves around. Runs with you so weird on Switch. Yeah, because they used a lot of that kind of stuff. And like there's ways you can mitigate that stuff, but sometimes if you change things up too much, like it just gets weird. Pokemon. Who's this Pokemon? Inkay. Only Pokemon in the franchise currently physically turning a device upside down. I guess you could, if you have the Joy-Cons, you could do it. Well, if it just goes off of that, then you don't think you have to. I don't think you have to have that if you have the Joy-Cons. And the Pro should have like a gyro sensor in it. Oh no, I guess according to this, it has to be the Joy-Cons. Which I'd never used the Joy-Cons. So I press the button, there's a screen. Yeah. Got stuck in the tutorial. I heard a lot of unfavorable things about the Switch port. And this is like, there's a lot of ports like that I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you did Virtual Boy ports without anything to emulate the 3D aspect of it, they look very weird, and it's kind of like you've lost the whole point of them. I feel, you know what I mean? I think the same thing about a lot of VR focused games. if they're made for VR, and then you just like, and you can use a mouse and keyboard. It's like, does it have any, you know, any benefit? Do people really want to play it if it's not, you know, if it's not like the VR aspect of it? Use mouse and keyboard. I'm fine with using mouse and keyboard, but I'm saying a lot of the VR games, like the whole point of the game is the VR-ness. 6 attack dogs and 4 men in armor. Okay. I will try to put the dogs to sleep. Fight the men in armor. Fight the men in armor. Hide. We'll throw it on the attack dogs. Throw the men in armor. I don't know if it really matters. All right, let's see. All those dogs are asleep, baby. And then one spell just kills everything. What's up, Brian? Can you start over? I'll never start over. But welcome in. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing all right. Yes, okay. Into the darkness. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. Okay. If my YouTube post never been more hurt. Crying off to load. Well, because I hate to say it, Ryan, but until someone else dies, you're still relegated to a backup character. So every other backup character got left out too. But I'll keep grinding your levels up in hopes that you can become a lord, in which case you probably will replace somebody at that point. Is that my dog barking? Barking about. VR is kind of meh. I was not. I saw stuff like, oh, that looks really neat. I'm not interested. I think it looks cool. Just not really gonna dip into it. But I think it looks cool. But I think a lot of VR experiences, specifically tailored to VR, just become subpar games when you take the VR away. Not all of them, but like you lose a lot. Like the Half-Life game. Jeremy mentioned Half-Life. Alex, like so much of that is like how much of the environment you can interact with in the VR space. And if you take that away, that's like, After the novelty's gone, there aren't many good games. Yeah, I think that it hasn't caught on as big as people thought it would, and it's tough to develop for, so people haven't expended a lot developing for it. So the meta version made her head hurt. The arcade version didn't. There's some FPF games on it. And I never see videos about these games. People talking about them nowadays. Yeah, they were big. They was big for a while. And there's still people that like, they're really into VR chat and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I think that the equipment like never got cheap or easy enough to set up. And I don't think they successfully tackled enough of the motion sickness stuff that people experienced. And there just weren't enough, like, you gotta play it. The same problem you have with like a console in general. And I know VR is not really a console per se, but like what attracts people to your console are the exclusives, like the things that are best played on this console or can only be played on this console. And if you don't have that, it's just another box and who cares about it? Probably more expensive now. Yeah, but I mean, everything's more expensive now. For Resident Evil 4 VR, broken as hell. The game wasn't designed on having so much movement. You can destroy the difficulty. Oh, yeah. Because the reverse is true. If you take a game that's VR and make it non-VR, like the novelty's gone, and I feel like it loses something. Similarly, if you could take a game that wasn't designed for VR and introduce VR, like that also takes a lot of work to do it really well. All right, let's see here. We'll turn. Well, let's just see if we can get out of here. Okay. Oh, we lost that spell too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I got this right here. 6. Okay. Two priests. I think we can take them. Okay. Interesting. So we're in a light area again. Okay, let's cast some spells. $11 east, 13 north. Yep. All right, they all lined up. On PS5 to play all the PS4 games I skipped. that's very funny because that's like a lot of what I have for the PS5 is like, and here's some PS4 games. I still have the PS4 as well, but that's I could probably retrieve that along with the Wii because that was previously on another TV for when my nephew had friends over, but he doesn't really have people over the grandparents' house anymore. So, and he's got his own, PS5, so they just play that. I always want to play Walking Dead VR games. I'm not buying a VR headset just to play those two games. Yeah, it's the same reason I don't have a Switch 2. There's not enough games on it that I'm like, I have to play this. I need more games, more reason to get it. Let's get a ton of PS4 games to play them one day. PS4 broke after 1 year, never bought another one. What broke with it, Jeremy? Jeremy, don't come in here and tell me about your broken console. Because I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about it and try to fix it remotely. Might as well get a PS5 at this point. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you're going to buy a whole ass console, then get a PS5. But it may be cheaper just to fix your PS4. System corruption. That's a very generic statement. I bet it could be fixed, Jeremy. I bet it could be fixed. PS4s were pretty sturdy. There are things that can go out with the board. I've seen some power supply failures, but usually they'll be accompanied with other stuff. Because it had mechanical drives, if it gets bumped or faces a sudden shock, or sometimes that power outage or it's riding, you can have issues with that. That's fixable. Do everything system reboot, keep getting system corruption errors. What did I press there? Start button. Overheating's the big thing I see. System corruption. I haven't seen a lot of that. I haven't really worked on a lot of PS4s. Most of the one that I worked on didn't really have issues. It was just like dusty inside, but like cleaning the dust out heads off a lot of problems. Started happening if it was turned off wrong. Yeah, it could have a drive issue, which is not super difficult to replace. But hey, that's just me. Sight unseen. So when the only jump fix it. That is my, like, everyone, I feel like everyone that watches streams has like their one backseat weakness, right? That one game or task where you're like, oh, I feel I have to tell them about this thing, right? And mine is like technical support. Where someone would be like, yeah, I used to have an N64, but it stopped working. I'm like, tell me more. Tell me what happened with it. I bet I can fix it for you. Like, it's never gonna happen. Like Sky was talking about his PS3 being broken. I'm like, Sky, let me work on that. But like, we don't, there's no way for us to exchange physical objects. And most people put that out there and they're like, I'm really not interested in you supporting this. Not in a mean way, but like, I was just casually mentioning this thing broken. Because people mention stuff like that to me, and I'm like, let me look at it. Like, I already threw it away. I'm like, damn it. Someone, not naming names, turn it off by unplugging it. Jeremy, was that someone named Jeremy? It is bad, but it's like, it's rare for that to be totally disastrous. Yeah, I will investigate to back up my information, and then I will post some information if I find anything I think could be useful for you to easily try without necessarily buying something. That old car is worth money, Jeremy. But by car I mean PS4, and it's probably not worth money, but it's worth looking at. It's worth looking at. Back to work. All right, Joshua. Thanks for dropping in, as always. Hope you have a great rest of your day on your own grind. And hopefully catch you again on the next one. My stream or yours. Where am I at here in the map? It's at least 1, 2, 3 down that way. 2, 3. At least 1, 2, 3. That's as far as we can see, generally speaking. And we have a succession of doors here. 2, 3, and 4, and then it ends. Great. Surely these two don't go to the same place. All right, let's check out some doors. Door number 1. Oh, this is a weird. Ziggly line here. Oh, is this level 5? Yeah, we're on level 5 still. Let me make sure I'm not, because I made the map size 1 larger, or I guess 2 larger. On either side, I always have to remember not to draw too far, so I miss how the map Pac-Man's over. All right, we'll check this door. Always make sure that the door is behind you still. It's always good to check and make sure that it's not a one-way door. There's so many of these, like, these snake tunnels here. Oh boy, this one may Pac-Man over. Yeah, it might end with a door. Which may just lead to the other one. All right. We'll scope this out. Okay. Wait, let me back up here. At the door. There, then this goes this way. Oh, I have this all wrong, don't I? Put that over. It's just another snake tunnel. But where on earth could this lead to? Okay, and we go down one. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a door. Okay. Okay. And that's to a section we've previously mapped out. Okay. Yep. Hey, we surprised them. Grave mists. Oh dear. All right, very good. Very good. It's hard. The text moves real fast, and if I try to read it, then I can't keep up with what they're saying because it moves very quickly on its own. Okay, we'll go back in this section here. We should check out this door. See what this has to offer. And it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. A lot of weird, like, dead, empty areas in this level. Well, it's been winding around for, like... nothing here. Okay. Now we're all the way back over here, outside of the dark zone. 2, 3. Intriguing. Okay. Well, that's just nothing. Friendly animal. We'll leave him be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This was a one-way door. Well. Live and learn. We'll see. One of these has to take us back out of here. Some ways, somehow. How that's going to work, I do not know. Okay. If only someone had an axe. If only. Oh boy, it's another one. Or is this also going to be that? If anybody has an axe. Interesting. I think that might be a one-way door out there. Let's check the spell. Check our mapping. 12, 16. Yep, that's where we're at. So if we look at the big map here, this was a door out in the hallway that does connect here, and it's also a one-way door because there's no door inside. These are all one-way doors. We'll see if this one here is also a one-way door. I don't know where these are going to lead us out. It is also a one-way door. All right. I'll fight them. Dispel the grave mists. Dispel the shade. All right, we dispelled them. We're not getting anything out of that, but we did get treasure still, so it's worth it. I think the shade can level drain us, which actually can be useful depending on who they hit. It might be useful for Jum because I think it would re-roll his stat bonuses if he dropped a level. It can be useful if you have a character where most of your levels are in a lower hit die than your current class. Like if you went from a mage that has the lowest hit die to a fighter, and you lost a level in fighter, when it re-rolled your hit die, it would re-roll it as the fighter hit die. And so there's a better chance you would come out of it when you regain that level better. You'd get more hit points. However, if you were a fighter that changed into a mage, most of your hit points came from fighter. If you lose a level and then gain it back, you're going to gain back the lower hit die, if that makes sense. I think Jum is probably the only person that would benefit possibly from that. Exploding box. All right, let's try to disarm it. Disarmed. 40 gold. Okay. And it's another one. Oh, there's actually a door here. Oh my god. This looks terrible. Archmages, champ samurai, high priests. Okay. Well, let's throw the Rod of Flame out on the High Priests. Let's throw it on the Archmages. It's all bad. You fight the Champ Samurai. Montino, I want to say, is the silence spell. We'll try and silence those mages. Throw it against the mages. We'll see. Welcome back, Judd. Someone just walked in a room of death. Fight or die. Yep. We'll see. A lot of it will come down to who goes first here. Man, those Archmages had a lot of hit points. But thankfully, we double teamed them with the spells, and it looks like they're all going to die. All right, our mages aren't silenced, but our priest is. We got rid of the mages. That's the big thing. All right, let's get rid of the... Let's get the samurai out of here. That's like the best spell Jum's got. Fight those. Ambush the high priests. Let's cast some fat spells on these high priests. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, our mage just got silenced. Everyone just wail on him then. They're just gonna keep trying to silence me, which is fine. Man, Outer Chaos doing some damage there with those sneak attacks. Oh, Ben, HP is low. Yeah, he got hit pretty hard there. But he'll make it. We can stop and heal up real quick here. I gotta find out where we're at to see how we can get back out of here, because we can't go back the way we came because those all one-way doors. Alarm. Alarm. Okay, disarm the alarm. Okay, disarmed it. Silas found sword. All right, let's check out the sword here. Judd, you're up. Identify sword. Blade of Biting. I want to say the Blade of Biting is a short sword. Let's look at the list here. There's the good one. Blade of Biting is a short sword +1. Fighter, thief, samurai, lord, ninja. All right. Well, who's got what here then? I've got my anointed flail. I could use that, and that might be better than what I have. Sword of slashing. Where's the sword of slashing on this? Might be the sword of slicing. It's a long sword +1. Actually, Sword of Slashing is a longsword +2. So no wonder Jeremy does so much damage. 7.5 to 4.5. Plus or minus 4.5. 4.5, 2.5. Okay. As opposed to the 4 and 3. Yeah, I don't know. It could be better than what Jum currently has. Chaos already has one. So let's see if I can trade this sword over to Jum. Cannot have any further items. Oh. Oh, he's got those gloves, right? Yeah. We'll just drop this long sword. You don't need it. Yeah, Jum's pretty loaded up there. But he typically doesn't need to carry things. So like this is the only time it's an issue. All right. Yeah, I think the only the reason I used that anointed flail is somewhere it said it did more damage to the undead. I don't know if that was actually true. But hopefully his damage goes up a little bit from that. Can we just have it green or better, red, blue, worse? Yeah, I mean, you have to like look up all of this stuff to find out what it even is. What even is this? All right, let's do some healing here. We'll start with the dial for Ben. Really, all things considered, almost nobody took damage in that fight. Ben got hit the hardest, and even that was like almost half his hit points, but it still wasn't that bad. Could have been worse. Actually, I take it back. That is pretty bad for someone all the way in the back row to take that much damage. They really didn't like Ben. They really didn't want Ben hit spells off, but it might have been the only person he could hit because he has the absolute worst armor class. About the only thing I can do for Ben is to have him cast spells in combat to increase his own armor. But I find it's just as good just blow people up quickly. Could have been a nightmare. Yeah. Well, I think what set us off was we went before their archmages went. And we threw 2 spells on them that hit all of them. And between the 2 different spells, we're able to kill all of them before they could cast a spell, because they could probably throw some really damaging magic at us. The priests have spells that can damage us too, but they focus a lot more on silencing us, which is also bad. But we've got, you know, enough fighters that are go from excellent, like Jeremy, to yeah, you're okay, like Jum, and all points in between that you can have it. Explosion. Oh, that was just the exploding trap. I mean, it's totally fine. All right, let's get this drawn in here. Wait, this doesn't line up. This doesn't make sense. Oh, unless there's a door right around the corner, it would make sense. And then at least one more out that way. Oh, there's all kinds of doors. So in theory, the door up on our left there will take us out of here. Oh, I got this wrong, don't I? Interesting. Let's get there. 1017. Get one more off of this. 1017. Yep. So either of these doors should get us back out of here. So we'll try those. Okay. So now we're at. That's interesting. That's another one-way door right there. Interesting, interesting. Okay. The door. Okay. All right, this is gonna be complicated to draw here, isn't it? This will probably go all the way to the end there. Well, we're getting close to being cleared out of this. I'll have to see where everyone's spells are at. Let's camp for a second here. Take this out, check this out. I gotta see what my dog is getting so upset about. I hear him barking up there. He's in the walls somewhere. And I gotta go find him and chase him back out. Okay, either like a bird flew within a mile of the building and he got upset because it's how dogs are, or he's rolled a toy underneath a piece of furniture and he's very angry about that. He does it on purpose. He does this on purpose, where he'll come over and see that no one's paying attention to him. And we've watched him do this, and then he'll lie down next to the couch and just like with his paws, like shove his tennis ball under the couch and then just sit there and start crying. And we're always like, what were you doing? Why would you do that? Because he wants us to get the ball out. And once we have the ball out, he's like, great, now throw the ball for me. He's a wild animal. All right. I'm gonna go check on Mr. Artur. Where's my dog button at here? Here I am. There we go. I don't know. It didn't work for a second. That was weird. Here I am. No, he's still here. Here I am. Here I am. Oh, he got stuck for a second there. He's smart. He's crafty. He does some very dumb stuff too, where like he'll take the ball and throw it and he doesn't see it and he starts like chomping at your hand. It's like there's nothing there. He's so confused. He's a dog. Dogs are like that. They exhibit such intelligence and then they are so easily fooled. They're often just like a very smart toddler with a lot more teeth. All right, I'll be back in just a few moments. We'll see what's up with the dog here. And then we will continue the exploration. We may want to start heading back just to rest up, because we can get back to this area very quickly. I'll look at where everyone's spells are at and decide if we want to roll back to town or not. I haven't used too many healing spells. I'm not way out, but I don't like to burn every spell up unless I'm right by the exit, because if we have to travel a good distance back to the exit and I've used all the spells, and you got to save some for the trip home is the thing. I'm also curious where everyone's experience is at too. So we'll check that out when I return in just a few moments. Stay tuned. All right. He's mad at nothing. He's barking at absolutely nothing. He's just mad that no one's playing with him right now. He's gotten too used to me always being around and catering to his demands. It's trouble with the puppy. To get him used to not always getting his way. Spoiling him too much lately. All right, let's see where we're at with the map. I'm like, on the one hand, I want to go back and check out that last door we were at in the tunnels here. Oh, never mind. I can't. That's a one-way door. Let me update my map here. We can't go back that way. I can go. If I get out of here, I can go back that way. Or do I explore where I'm at? I'll explore where I'm at now. We'll just stay the course here. All right. So there's like this island of doors here. Oh, not that door. This door. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 door islands. I think this Pac-Man's over. And this Pac-Man's over here. Yep, and then there's 2. Not like that. Right? And this should put us right. I mean, I keep having to check this. It's so easy to get off on coordinates. 16, 16, 16, 16. Yep. So this section Pac-Man over. You can see like we came in over here, walked down here, and then it zoop, Pac-Man's over to the other side. It does this pretty often. It's also interesting. There's a little gap in there. All right, well, let's check out what's in all these tiny little rooms here. Try and put him to sleep. It's the best I got. Two of them are asleep. Oh, he's real dead. You hear that like baseball bat sound of Jeremy just like whacking that dude. Oh, I forgot to put the map away. It was Damos. We beat him up. I never had to draw everything by hand. Yeah, I would still be drawing this by hand if it wasn't on stream here. Oop, I just spotted. Nope. Okay. Let's see what's in this gas bomb. Judd found sword. All right, what's this sword? It's nice that it went straight to the person who needs to identify it. Oh, it's just a long sword. Okay. We're just gonna drop that long sword. what's the point of that? That's so bizarre. Whenever I encounter something like that, it's like, why is there a door like that here? Just cause. All right. Did that for Zelda Dungeon when I was a kid. Oh yeah, I mean the Zelda stuff, like you had to draw that stuff out. I loved that poster map that comes with the original Legend of Zelda, where like they leave a bunch of it blank, but they filled in a bunch of stuff, but it gives you a good template to work off of stuff, and they just give you like the first bits of some maps. It's not a big area when I play the game as an adult. It isn't really huge when you go through it, and that's the thing with the original Legend of Zelda. Once you've played through it and mapped it out, you realize it's not like that big. So much of it is just the mystery of going. And I could say the same thing for these maps. These maps seem fairly big when you don't know where anything is and you're drawing the maps. Once you have it mapped out, it's like, oh, okay, I can see the path where I just like walk straight back now. I can just get out of here now. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, when you're a kid, like starting out, everything's a mystery. You don't know what you can do. You may not know to bomb certain areas or set things on fire. And when you go into the dungeons, particularly the later dungeons, especially the final dungeon, there's a lot of like secret passages you have to find, and that there's a bit of a maze to it to get out of there. But once you have that stuff mapped out, like the base quest is like fairly straightforward to go through. But so much of that game at the time was like Nintendo Power didn't exist when the original Legend of Zelda came out. So I think there was a guidebook that someone published, but like the internet wasn't around for sure. Like you just had to find all that stuff yourself. You had to talk it over with other people. You had to find other kids who played the game and ask them what they found. By the time the Nintendo Power started up, I think the second game was out. And so there was info about it, but from my recollection, the first time they talked about the original Legend of Zelda Nintendo Power, it was all focused on the Master Quest or the second quest or whatever they call it, where you play it again and they move things around. All right, just a small room. Nothing to that. Second door is more. Probably there could be a door up here. No, which leads me to believe if this location is correct at this door, then that last door we would have gone through would have also have been a one-way door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is just like a nothing hallway here. Yep. That's funny to me. The whole top edge of the map is just this one infinite hallway. That's where we're at right now. We're just in this one infinite hallway up here that just loops around the whole top of the map. That's all it is. All right. What else? Do we have anything else? There's a big chunk of the map that has nothing in it right now. But I don't... Did we cross all of the paths here? Oh, we surprised Master Thieves. I got one of them. Jum got one. That's very nice. Oh, don't run away from me. All right, they ran away. What's everyone's XP doing? Yeah, we need so much XP to level after this that it's like very unlikely. Very unlikely that we're going to see another level. Look at how much Jeremy needs. 120,000. God, Jeremy's like on the low end. Okay, that's 140,000. Everyone needs so much XP to level now. Okay. So that puts us out here. Okay, we haven't fully crossed over this area then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Uh-oh, we've been surprised. 3 level 5 priests. All right, let's fight them. They're throwing spells at us. It's fine, we'll just beat them down. Yeah, they keep going after Ben. This is a very long game. Are you only halfway through the dungeon? Roughly, yeah. Yeah, level 10 is where we're at. To be fair, like, so at this point, like a lot of the time, I don't know how much more we're gonna gain from exploration. Because I don't recall there being like, in this room has like this treasure. I think there may be some keys we need to find for lower levels, but a lot of it is like we're just looking for the stairs. Like right now we could go down to level 9. From there we would have to make it to 10 somewhere in the level. But if the monsters increase in difficulty as we go down, it necessitates having to level up. And as you get to higher levels, your experience needs get much, much higher. And just from what I've seen, we're outpacing the experience we're getting from fighting stuff. But the things we're fighting are still fairly tough. So it just takes a lot of fights. Now we're like really heavy in the grind section where we're just going to be going through grinding stuff. Not just for experience, but also treasure. Death system makes you not rush. Yeah, things could go really, really, really bad. The other versions that I've played, like the original version, I haven't gotten anyone to second level. They've died so quickly. So yeah, we could just like bum rush down there, but I don't know what at our current levels that we would do a pretty good job. I think I've read like level 14 is about the lowest you want to get. Some people say they've defeated the final boss at 14. And that's going to be a ways because the way XP scales. So yeah, even the numbers like dungeon level wise, we're at the halfway point, but like we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a while, like grinding people up. And that assumes that nobody dies and we don't have to start over with some fresh characters or replace somebody. I really think if we lose somebody at this point, I'm really going to have to think about what character replaces them and how we do that, depending on who it is or who we switch out. Because I will probably at that point start building like a like crazy multi-class character to like stack up spell attacks and then boost HP. So it'd be like a bunch of fighters that can cast spells. just racing through the dungeon, but it'll take forever. And I really think if it comes down to it, if it comes down to having to like start with fresh characters and grind them up, that may come down to me just mindlessly grinding offline, just to advance this through. But I'm hesitant to do that because the whole point of like the Sunday grind is I'm just grinding. And so most of the games I play, in fact, every game that I intend to play on the Sunday grind is a game that has a lot of grinding. It's where you're just going to spend a lot of time grinding XP, grinding enemies, grinding loot drops, things like that. And, you know, just low pressure, just hanging out, chatting. Let's see, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on 6. There we go. 5, 6. That's 7th, is it? 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is starting to fill in that dead zone there. Let's scope out the door back there. Fill in some of these doors while I'm here. A lot of the doors on this dungeon have just led to like a single room. Huh? That must be a one-way door. Oh, this has to be a one-way door as well. Just based on where we're at in the dungeon and based on the rooms I was in before, this has to be a set of one-way doors. Well, this would also be a one-way door here. Okay. Well, that's a whole lot of nothing there. There's so many one-way doors. Like there's one door there that would have led us down that sequence of one-way doors up to the infinite hallway, and then we would just swooped back around. But like that whole section of like, I guess that's the reason why they had that one door just floating out there, just so you know they're there. But like, you've probably already seen them at that point. Very weird. Did I check out that one door? I don't know if I checked out that one door. I think I checked out that one door down there. Had some doors on the southern end of the map that I'm not sure if I looked at all the way. I really should make some indication on that. Go watch my TV a bit, charging my phone, be right. Alrighty. All right, let's check out this door. 2x2 room. 2x2 hands of blue. Nothing there. I will not fight the friendly unseen entity. What are the odds that the next one is also a 2x2 room? Killer wolf. No, thank you. And there's a door here, which may or may not be a one-way door. We'll just mark it as a regular door for now. Nope, it's a regular door. That looks like the end of the hallway here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Three, 4. Yep. And this is one of the doors that I had not explored before. Okay. So we are right on the other side of this wall here, which we can get to by going through some doors. Up there is the elevator. So we're right by where we need to go to get out of here. Wow, a lot of friendly enemies here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about starting RE02. What was your final impression of the game? I pay close attention to the controls is the first thing that I will say. Make sure you know what the controls are, because I played through less than half, but like a good portion of the game, not without really looking at the controls, and I found that I was retargeting wrong, which made it a little bit more difficult when I got surrounded to use controller. Oh yeah, I played it on the GameCube, so you know, controller is the only option. If you're gonna play it on PC, you know, your options will be different. I don't know what like the PC version of that looks like, or the control scheme is, but it is like old school Resident Evil, where like you aim and then you're like standing in place and like kind of rotating your aim. And at least on the GameCube version, you had auto aim, and then there was a separate button from like you ready the weapon, and then there's a separate button that will change target. That's good. Do you need to conserve ammo? Not really. I felt like I always had just enough ammo, and I wasn't very careful about not fighting stuff. So I would say don't go crazy with the ammo. Like, if you think you can get past an enemy without fighting it, then do so, but don't be afraid to shoot stuff. Was my feeling. You know, I always felt like I had enough ammo and enough heals to get through. I never felt particularly imperiled by that. I never felt like a situation where I was like, oh no, there's not enough. There was a lot of handgun ammo, and even though you have 2 handguns to split that between, you know, like you also have the shotgun, decent amount of shotgun ammo, grenade launcher ammo. Later you get the Magnum. So I didn't feel like there was too little. I also didn't feel like it was an excess, if that makes sense. I felt like I had just enough and a little to spare. It wasn't like I ended the game with like 1,000 shotgun rounds, but I ended the game with like enough ammo that I was like, you know, it wouldn't fight. It wasn't at a point where I was like, oh crap, I'm completely out of ammo. There are early bosses where that can happen if you're not careful about who has what weapon. But I really didn't feel like I'm not super careful about what I shoot. I mostly just stay away from enemies that take a lot of shots that are like, I can just run past them. But I killed a lot of stuff in that game, and still had plenty of ammo at the end. I liked it. Overall, I enjoyed it. The inventory management is, in my opinion, the worst part of the game. It could be vastly improved by just giving one or both characters one additional slot or row, I guess, of like two slots, 2 squares, 2 more squares of space. Because there's a lot of weapons that take up 2 spaces. If you drop a lot of stuff and backtrack. Yeah. The nice thing is, if you look at the map, it will show you where items that you have picked up and dropped are. It won't show you where items are that you ignored. So it's a good idea if you go into a space and you're like, oh, I don't have room for that item right now, but I want to know where it is. just pick it up and drop it on the ground. And it will stay there, and then it will show you on the map where it is, and you can cycle through. It gives you a list of items, and you can cycle through, and it'll show you on the map where it is, which makes it a lot easier. So you do have to backtrack and swap inventory items and do that, but because the map shows you where everything is, it makes it a little bit easier. That's a huge feature for me. But it was just like, there were so many situations where like, I need this key and this key item and this 2-slot item or 2-slot weapon. And now I have like 1 square left. I have no space left. There are times where you have to split between the two of them. There is a difference between the two characters, like who you lead with. There are differences between them. So there are reasons why you might want to just send one character and not both of them, or lead with one character versus the other. I thought that was really well done, at least for the time, right? I don't know how it holds up. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I like the sections where I had to split them. You have to make some choices there. Not super long. Didn't find it super difficult either. And a lot of the enemies that are a real pain in the ass just comes down to, okay, well, if you died because this goop man like spawned in and exploded into bugs, then the next time don't go to the area right away. That's a lot of the enemy spawns. Like, you can mitigate that stuff. Like, this guy shows up when I go down this hallway and there's a locked door in the end I don't have a key for yet. Well, I just won't go down that hallway till I have that key, and you won't have to deal with them. So it's a lot of that. That's what I liked about it. It had a lot of elements of like the old school Resident Evil, which I really appreciated. It is like a weird offshoot. It's like a weird alternate take on what they could have done. This just goes nowhere then. All right, what's in this door? Oh, this is something. This looks awful. I'll tell you what. Oh geez. Oh, this looks really bad. I gotta say. What, I got 3 down there. Yeah, that tracks. What's up, Undercast? Welcome in. How you doing? Oh my god! A Medusa lizard. We surprised that everybody wail on this thing as much as possible. Okay, Jeremy took it out in one shot. I don't want to tangle with that. That strikes me as being terribly bad. Also 1, 2, 3 in this section. 1, 2, 3. This must be all of the inner area here. Oh, this looks terrible. Do well. Going to enjoy being off work tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it'll be nice. It's all a day off is always nice, always appreciated. I gotta do some trapping tomorrow. My wheels are turning in my mind. Like, what do I got going on tomorrow? Too much. Where's everyone's spells at? Jum doesn't have a lot of spells to begin with. Silas is doing okay on spells. Judd's getting a little low on the high level stuff, but Ben's still got plenty. All right. It's like a pillar here. Okay, let's see if we can draw this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Makes sense. Let's just fill all the space in then, because it's probably using up all of the space on the map. I was wondering if there's anything up in this joint. Okay. And then there's a door there. Okay. Is this a T? It is. Like this is a T in the map here. Oh no. No, not quite. Okay. Oh no. No, it was just a weird symbol. Okay. With no way in. There are more doors on this side. There was a door over. Wasn't there a door? I thought I saw a door. Must be my imagination. Or it could have been a hidden door that I just didn't see. Okay. All right, there's just a weird symbol in there. It's just a weird dead spot. It's very strange in the map. All right, let's go through this door. Uh-oh, we've been surprised. Oh my God. Oh, it's a grave mist. It's one. Man, I killed it. I don't know. Is it trapless? We'll find out. It was not trapped. All right. Let's trade this rod over to Judd. Rod of Iron. What does a Rod of Iron do? I think that casts a protection spell. Possibly. Oh no, it's a Staff of Mogref. And it casts Mogref, and it can be used by the mage or the bishop. Rod of Iron / Staff of Mogref. What is Mogref? Let's find out. Oh, that's a mage spell, I believe. -2 AC to 1 ally, self-only Wizardry 1. Okay. So it is protection spell. It's a weapon, though. How does that stand up to the mace the mace of pounding that everybody's got? Just a +1 mace, 6 + 3. Better than a staff. Sell it. Yeah. I'll tell you, I will give it to Ben though. He's got the Studley staff. What a name, which is the staff +2. Which actually does more damage, but he can have this. I think he can equip it. Let's see here. Let's check the equipment. I don't know if he can use it while not equipped. We'll find out. We'll find out. Well, he never really gets engaged in melee. We'll just see. I'm gonna get 3 here. Back to the map. Interesting item, though. Two. Nope, there's 4. Okay. And a door on one side. Where would this door lead us? This looks like, if this goes anywhere, it's right alongside the darkness area. I think that about covers it. I think that may cover the whole section. There's some areas we could still check. Oh, so it's not a one-way door. Let's see here. 1, 2, wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that lines up. Okay. Just filling in the blanks here. Not a door there. Okay. Oh. 4 swordsmen. All right. Put him to sleep. Nothing happens. Oh boy. But nothing happens. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. My spells did nothing to them. That's very weird. Okay. We've lost the light again. Let's get our light back here. Fizzle. Weird. This is like an anti-magic area. I wonder what happened. Okay. I'm really not. That's strange. Okay. Oh, it's the rotation. Okay. Okay. There's a hidden door. Where is the secret? Ah, we'll leave it as such. What's up, Skyo? Welcome in. You have a light? Yeah, unfortunately not. Apparently this is like an anti-magic area. I'm gonna burn through all of my spells trying to light this place up. Very weird. Okay. I don't know if somebody got cursed or this area. It's strange. I know I cast spells before, but now we're just in this weird anti-magic zone. We'll see here. Okay. Yeah, weird. There's like a weird anti-magic down there, but I swear, like, I don't know what set that off. Miss Fizzle. Miss Fizzle, quit blocking my spells. Yeah, it's that was really strange. We went through the dark area. We went through like a bunch of areas, like sections in there. We were casting spells. They were working. But then after we came back out of that dark area, it was like we were cursed or something. But it went away as soon as we came up top. So something did something to us where we weren't able to use magic, which is very strange. Oh God, the gas dragons. All right. Well, we'll hope for the best here. Oh, what are the top ones? This one, these gas dragons are rough. they might kill us. Where am I at here? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong class spells. Nobody said my wife was washed up and beached. Take my wife, please. Increases armor of the entire party. Oh, come on. We're gonna beneficial if I can cast reduce level 1. I don't want to do that right now. Kills all enemies affected by the spell. Some monsters are immune. I mean, they're dragons. You never know. I'd give it a shot. Otherwise, previous one. Cause enemies fear the party. Kill enemy of less than 8th level. 35, 45 hit points. Madalto 8 to 64 to group of enemies. Guess we'll just throw some Madalto on them. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Someone's gonna die from this. Some of them got killed. Some of them got killed by that. Okay. We're gonna get out of here. Found a scroll. Okay, let's get out of here first. Who was that Miss Ghost? Or there is just anti-magic zone. Well, so in that section that we were in, like I definitely used magic before. So it could have been that ghost that had some impact or something that we walked through inadvertently set it off. Like some kind of trap, but like I didn't use the light spell till we got down on that floor. And it was still like everything was fizzling out. So that, I'm not sure how to investigate or test that. But we really, like, aside from getting into fights, we don't have any real reason to go back through there. I'm looking at the map. I think we pretty much covered every bit of ground down there, unless there's like one section that might have something in it, but I don't really see anything there. I don't think it does though. It's like one area through there that has, I don't know if I went, did I go through that? I think I did go through that door. So check. I just don't think we're going to find anything there. We found a staircase that leads down to the next floor, but we have the elevator, so I don't know if we really need that. The elevator is so much quicker. We're just going to head back to town. Everyone's running low on spells where we're at now. Let's get everybody healed up as much as possible. We'll just scroll over to Judd. Okay. Just over the big heals out here. Yeah, that could have been bad. Those gas dragons did a significant amount of damage. Luckily, we took them out quickly enough. All right, everybody fully healed up. Judd, identify the scroll. Scroll of pain. Well, we'll see if we can use that. What's up, Crooked Gamer? Welcome in. How you doing? Back to charging. Yeah, it's very oh, you're charging your phone. Yes. Yeah, that's a real mystery on that level. We can like we could just go to level 6 next. Like we did find some cool treasure, but they were just like in fights that we found them. Otherwise, there's just a lot of ground there with like, there's really nothing going on in that place. Very strange. Do you want to go to actually beat Dredge last night? For some reason, I didn't know that. I didn't realize Dredge had like an actual end to it. I guess that makes a lot more sense. Now that I think about it, I never thought of it as having a game that had like an end. Well, how was it? How did you enjoy it? Were you satisfied with the ending? Or is it the sort of game that you can keep going like post game? All right, do I need to sell anything here? I don't think I do. I don't think there's anything more to buy. Let's inspect everybody here. Get rid of that anointed flail. No. No, I think that's it. Just that flail. I don't need it. Out of curiosity, how much is the Scroll of Pain? 250. That's something. 1500 for the iron. Yeah, we don't really need the money. We're all pretty rich. It's good. Enjoy the music and gameplay. I think it gets better when you get the DLC, the base game on sale, because there are boss fights, but nothing to fight. Nothing to fight in base game. Oh, interesting. Who's that? No, I was gonna say, didn't they have a crossover with Godzilla? But that's Dave the Diver, I think, had the Godzilla crossover. I'm pretty sure I picked up Dredge on sale at some point. No, not in Steam. Dave Diver did have a Dredge collab. Ah, that is interesting. I swore I had that game. Or it may have been a game that I got free from some service. Yeah, I have it on GOG. And I don't think I paid for it. I think I got it free from like Amazon or something like that. Through Twitch. It's like a giveaway. Store page. It's on sale right now. Panel Beach, Iron Ring, Blackstone Key. It looks like 1, 2, 3. Looks like there's 3 different DLCs for it. Interesting. Okay, Dave the Diver in the Jungle. Dave the Diver, Ichiban's Holiday. Wait, that's the Ichiban from Yakuza. There's Godzilla. There's a treasure content pack. Interesting. Well, there's some oddball stuff from that. I remember people got really fired up, and I agree with this to an extent, when Dave the Diver got nominated for an indie game award at the Game Awards. People pointed out that like this was made by Nexon, like a team at Nexon, which is like definitely not an indie studio. But I mean, that's how a lot of games are. They're like people argue over the definition of indie when it's like, on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, Nexon's a big company. I wouldn't call that indie. And it's not like they just published it. Like they made it with the full resources of that. They have all these licensing deals that they have secured because they're actually part of a big company. Doesn't discount the quality of the game, but it probably shouldn't be in the indie award category. But then people said the same thing about Expedition 33, which definitely is an independent game. But like, well, no, they spent too much money on it. Like, independent doesn't mean cheap. But I guess some people have that view. But Shantae Half Genie Hero got on sale. Probably it's really disappointing how short it is. Well, is that a new game? Wasn't that like a Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance game originally? '16 platform game. Watch my way forward. The 4th game. Crowdfunded via Kickstarter. Okay, yeah, that's the new one. I see. Games are short. more often than not, games are short these days. I don't know what the story is there. I know that's a complaint that comes up a lot, but I think that I have seen quite a few resources that are like, I'm looking for short games. I like games that are short. I think that's a market trend some groups are chasing, but also it's just cheaper to make short games. You run on a budget, run on Steam, they end up short. But also, Shantae, like a lot of those games seem like a lot of the length is determined by how good you are at the game. And like the old school short game is like 1 hour. MMX on SNES. MMX on SNES is 1 hour if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it can take longer. And that's a lot of those games. That's why I was like, the point I was just coming to was like, it's a very old school mechanic where like the length of the game is directly proportional to your skill level in the game. So if you come into it with a high degree of skill, you can just chew through the stuff, and then games become much shorter. And I don't think that's the best like design. But the flip side of that is when they just pad stuff. They just have a bunch of extra stuff or like forced slowdowns to boost out the size, or like repeating maps and stuff like that. Sure, on the DLC just makes you play the whole game again. Same bosses, similar final bosses. What's that? What are you talking about, Dave the Diver, or are you talking about Shantae? Because that's kind of, I don't like when DLCs like play it all again. I guess if it's integrated into the game, it's the kind. Some games are like that are like, you know, like there's DLC for it, but like you just get the DLC and it becomes part of the main game. And so if you already played the game, it's kind of a Shantae. Really? I didn't even know the game had DLC. I haven't paid attention at all. That's very weird. That's a weird thing to do, but also that's very like Kickstarter funded game to me. That sounds like something that I, you know, would expect to see from a game, like a Kickstarted game. Which I don't want to like trash that, but like, you guys know what I mean? When games get funded through Kickstarter, like there's a lot of extra stuff that ends up in there that's like, I guess this made sense as like an extra thing that was cheap and easy to tack on for the Kickstarter. Let's get it from a viewer, it's fine. It's so expensive for what it is. Yeah. The difference is just different fight styles, like attacks and outfits. Yeah, see, that's like the kind of like, I don't want to say like cheap, but like inexpensive, easy thing to tack on to like, and if you pay a little bit more, you'll get, you know, or if we meet these goals, you get the stretch goals, then you'll unlock this thing. And a lot of times those stretch goals you unlock are like, we'll put gold on the cover. Like, it's such small, meaningless stuff. It just like to encourage hitting that. 9 Souls coming up. I heard a lot of good about that. I heard a lot of good about 9 Souls. I'm a big fan of the studio. Was Wizardry 2 and 3 the same game? Well, so they're in this because this is like a compilation game. 2 and 3 are 2 separate games that they just combined together in this. But the original Wizardry 2 and 3 were essentially more like DLC for the game. They're essentially just additional scenarios for the game. In the original release, you had to use your characters from the first game in the second game, and they had to be of a certain level. I think they scaled back in the third game, but the engine and everything is the same. So they're essentially just like new dungeons for you to explore. And I don't think anything really changed mechanically till 4, which was its own weird thing. Hollow Knight with a cat. I don't know. I heard 9 Souls like had a lot of pairing. Maybe I'm confusing with a different game. I occupied the same brain space. I thought it was that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, short games are always disappointed if they're too short. I've played some games that like I got to the end and was just like, what? What? That's all. I don't like, was Shantae that popular? I honestly never really heard about it until like it seemed like there was a big deal made about an unreleased game or the Game Boy Color game. First game's financial disappointment, poor sales, Game Boy Color. At the time, had been succeeded Game Boy Advance. Resurfaced in 2010, since enjoyed more commercial success. I felt like it just seemed like a forgotten series, and then like there was a big deal about like a reproduction of the Game Boy Color game. Right? Am I right on this, or am I completely off base? But I mean, there's been 2 games since then. Okay, it was, yeah, Risky Revolution, released in 2025. That was one that was originally for Game Boy Advance, but it got canceled. Limited Run Games distributed that, although there's a bunch of shenanigans to that. It's supposed to be a 7th game. I don't know. I haven't played them. I've seen other people play them. They looked fun, but it seemed like the Switch version was later released with special Game Boy Advance enhanced mode. I don't know. It seems pumped up to me for what it is. Had a following this Game Boy game, but was never very big. I don't know. It's weird to me. Like I don't remember ever hearing about this game until a few years ago. Didn't Limited Run Games do like the original? I know they did that, the Game Boy Advanced one. Release. Yeah, 2020 Limited Run Games announced it would be producing a brief run of new Shantae cartridge Game Boy Color. I gotta say, like, you know, what game is on? I was just talking about the Shantae series. I feel like there's so much like there's the Shantae recipe. It doesn't seem like a particularly like complex game. It just looked like a simplified do with that type game, remove the corn, profit. Yeah. I feel like that I don't know because I haven't like I've seen people play it, but I never got the impression that like it was mostly like I'm checking this out and not like this is my favorite game series ever. I have this doubt in my mind anytime I see a game that I haven't heard of, which right there is not the cutoff because there's lots of games I haven't heard of. I'm not the most in the know person. But anytime I see a game that I've never heard anyone talk about, that I haven't really heard anything about, like getting a re-release from Limited Run Games and suddenly like everyone is talking about it, just feels like astroturfing to boost like the sales on that. And Shantae just kind of felt like that to me because I had never heard anyone talking about it before then. Parts are very good. The others are okay. Which one was that? Sequentially, the previous one. The voice of Ladybug is the voice of Shantae. I did not know that. I didn't even know Shantae had a voice. But I mean, that's like Pirates Curse, the 3DS one. Okay. So I don't want to just like be full like full conspiracy theory, but like I've seen plenty of games that aren't that great that nobody was really talking about that get these like retro re-releases and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, because this game is amazing, like one of the best on the platform. Like it's okay. It's okay. Where do I go now? Where do we go now? I feel like nobody is close to leveling up. Like at all. I feel like we were doing okay down there fighting enemies. Gotta get our AC boost. Damn it. Animal. Oh yeah, it's just an animal. That's right. Right, straight out the gate here. Oh geez. How many? That's 2 so far. 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. There's probably gonna be 6 of them. Someone who's Judd is killed. Yep. There's 6 animals. We have to run. Jesus Christ, we can't flee. This could be the end here. 6 dragon puppies. Half the party is dead. I tried to run already, and it just cost us a life. Hope you saved. Wait, the game auto saves. There ain't no going back, man. Like, whatever happens, happens, and you're stuck with it. Okay, one of these gets that. Yeah, that's what happens. But our dead bodies will be there. We'll just send somebody else down to pick them up. That's what will happen. This is the game. This is Wizardry. Multiple people die. Back up your save. I mean, I can back up the save, but I can't do it in the middle of the game. But I'm not gonna backtrack on it anyway. It's not game over if everybody dies. We have a whole backup squad that will come down here and pick up the bodies. We have so much money. Turn the console off. No, you gotta take everything that happens, man. You gotta take your losses like a man. We can still get out of this. Silas has a bunch of hit points. Silas can throw some heals on people. If we kill at least one of them or they don't do a breath attack, we could get it. 6 to 36 damage to one group. Damage one monster for all except 1 hit points. Heals one character completely. We don't have that. I need to gain a level so that she can get. Okay, we'll just. Damn, on one of these. We can dish out damage with her. Throw Tiama at. Oh, Silas is the one that's almost dead. Jeremy's the one that is mostly living. Okay. We'll see. Not slept, not slept, not slept. One is dead. It's down to Jeremy. Can Jeremy run? Jeremy got away. All right, well, the whole party is wiped out. What's it gonna cost here? Puppies? Yeah, they're just dragon puppies. They're just young dragons. Agent the else. Maybe the gas dragons were just as bad with their breath attacks. All right. All right, fingers crossed everybody comes back here. We'll start with Utter Chaos. We have 53,000 gold just on Jeremy, so we should be able to afford all of this just from that. Utter Chaos is cured. All right, let's throw Jum in there. He's died several times now. Jum is cured. Okay. Curd. I'm who's curd? You curd. Cured. Silas. This is a big one. We need Silas. Silas is cured. All right. I mean, we need everybody for differing reasons. Judd is cured. Come back to us, Ben. Ben is cured. All right. So we made it. Everybody's fine. Everybody's alive. Everybody has bupkis for hit points here. Well. See, that's just like one surprise attack. But that's what usually happens on that level is we get one surprise attack and it just wipes everybody out. Cord and sword. All right, physician, heal thyself. We'll start with that. Okay. Use all of these spells. Curious who have the most deaths. Let me guess. I will tell you in a moment. It may be you, Judd. It may be you. Just because of those pit traps that I mistakenly walk into. Some of these horrible monsters maul you guys only for Jum to heal and toss you back to get lucky getting disintegrated. I mean, it's the name of the game, you know. We gotta keep grinding down there, and some people will die for the dream. It's just a thing that happens. Okay. Now we got Judd has some healing ability here. Just Dios. Just use it on yourself. Be selfish. Okay, we all got to go back to town anyway. Everybody take a rest. Well, all the spellcasters take a rest. We'll be back on our feet in no time. No time at all. And there we go. Everybody's sealed back up. All right, from the top. Jeremy, 4 deaths. Jum, 5 deaths. Silas, 4 deaths. Utter Chaos, 5 deaths. Judd, 7 deaths. Ben, 6 deaths. So you're barely above Ben on deaths, but you do have the most deaths. Now, in fairness, it is primarily because most of your levels are in mage that has almost no hit points. So you died quite frequently by just having low hit points. And that's also what happened back then. Actually, let's reorder everybody here before I go back in. Where it doesn't heal you resting. So here's the thing with the inns. The inns can heal you if you stay at one of the paid ones, right? And the fancier you get, the more money you spend, the more hit points you'll get back. However, the reason I always use the free stables is that the only reason that I'm resting is to recover spells. As long as we have someone that can heal us. Because if you use the paid rooms, more time passes and your character will age, and eventually you will suffer consequences to that aging. So by using the stables, No time passes. I recover my spells, and then I can just go back in the maze and heal everybody. So I'm cheesing the system there to avoid anyone aging at all. Because none of us have aged. We're all the same age we were when we started. I think. I could be wrong. Age 21, age 18, 16, 17, 23, 17. I think, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look to see if they actually, I don't think anyone's gotten older. If anything, Judd and Jum are the only two characters that change classes that may have added to their age. There may be some mechanic to that too, but I don't think so. But nobody's aging enough to get like negatives now. That's just me. We've got armor. I can't see it. It's just all those, about the only time that the back row gets attacked is when it's like those all party attacks. Some buffs in the other room based on which one you pick. I mean, you just get healed, but like, yeah, you'll age up more. So I only ever take the free one. Everyone's probably miserable because of that, but you know what? Like, you just gotta deal with it is the thing. There may be a reason. No, I was gonna say there may be a reason for us not to take this elevator down, because the possibility of getting attacked by something extremely dangerous. However, we would have to go through that section to take the stairs too. We really didn't explore that level at all. I started exploring level 4 last time, and it was a lot of dead ends, and we kept getting jumped by extremely dangerous stuff. And I just said, no, I'd rather not. No, I would rather not deal with this. I know it doesn't connect anywhere the elevator is. I'm trying to figure out. There is just so many sections. When you look at this map, there's all these areas that are just like a single room with doors. And those are just like an encounter farm, right? You're just going to get like chewed up. And I bet if these continued, it would just go around like in a circle here. And we would just get chewed to pieces. And I'd rather not. So I don't think I'm going to explore 4 because I don't think there's any reason to go down there. We're going to go back to 5 just for the XP. So we can already use the elevator to get to a lower level. And we know where the stairs are, and they're very easy to get to here. We surprised them. 3 weird humanoids and 1 unseen entity. Okay. Okay. We got him. No harm came our way. What's in the chest? Just some gold. Okay, we'll go to 5 for now. The meat grinder 4th floor. Yeah, the 4th floor is like super random because we'll get through it with and everything will just run away. It'll just be some spiders, and then the next encounter is like a bunch of dragons that just breath attack us straight to hell. And the next time we go through, it'll be fine. And it's like every 4th time we have to travel through the 4th floor, we almost completely get wiped out. It's very fun. Yeah, I think there's just like this one area of this map that has like, it doesn't appear to have anything going on in it. Ah, so this does have something here. I was curious about this. This could go wrong. Oh, can I change the color here? 25% mega rare encounter on the fourth floor. Nothing but dragons. Yeah, it's just all these dragons just chewing on us. It's terrible. It's terrible. This should just be a nothing space. Oh no, it's not. Where are you going? All right, well, that does fill in this last section of the map. It literally just fills up on itself. Oh, here's the stairs. Here we go. What number is that? Stairs going up. You guys want to go up just to see where the stairs are on the fourth level? Let's find out. Let's find out where the stairs are here. 17 east, 7 north. Okay, let's go. The stairs on this level are right here. All right, so there's the stairs. So there's this wave of doors here. There's no door that we encountered yet, but it is over on this section. So we would have to go. This is the stairs from level 3. Unless I haven't gone through this door and it goes straight into it. Right, we would have to travel through all of these doors. Which direction am I facing? I'm facing south. And south has a door. Friendly swordsman. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, there's a hallway here. It's at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Door on either side. I mean, I can just see where this connects out. Yep, this just connects up to areas we had previously gone through. This may as well. I'm gonna guess on this one. And that's the stairs going up. So theoretically, we could bypass the elevator where it may be more dangerous there. And then we know where the stairs are now. Right, I'm not gonna bother filling the rest of that because I think the rest of that is just circling around and around. Okay, I should put that away. Yeah, so we basically just, like, I just confirmed this. You know, we just go through, come down the stairs from level 3. There's potential encounters the whole way through. Several doors over here to get in there. I'm not going to bother exploring this because it's probably just going to, like, circle around on this. Just be a bunch of these single rooms with a door on either side. All right, let's go back down. Let's go back down the stairs. I'm still going to use the elevator, I think, just because it's quick. It's super quick to get in the elevator and get out of here. Did I do that on the map correctly? Yes. I don't know why I'm going wild on that. Down we go. I don't know, it's very funny to me. Two animals. Yes, animals. Ooh, they got us. Luckily, there's only two of them. They absolutely were some kind of dragon. Crossbow bolt. Disarm that. They hurt us. They hurt us pretty bad there. Like monsters? Yeah. Absolutely. It's like these animals, like, you mean dragons? You don't know that. You don't know what we are. Like, yes, I think I do. Nuh-uh. Okay. But this time it was only two of them. That's the trick. There's only two of them. No, thank you. I mean, we could. Oh, Jesus. Strange animal. Okay. $19, 6 down. Okay. Let's start a new level. What's that? Control N. Yep. Dungeon 6. $19.19. This is like the extreme edge here of the map. It's funny how like the stairs don't line up at all, but the elevator does. Because the elevator lines up, the elevator is just going straight up and down. There's some magic with the stairs or something. It's very weird. You guys want to explore this? You want to risk it? Want to risk it and see what's going on? These doors are very weird looking. This is a cool looking area. Actually, I wasn't paying attention enough. Facing south. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Uh-oh. Oh, that was the teleporter. Well, where are we at now? 2 east and 19 north. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This may cost us badly. Oh, there's a way to link the teleporter here. I'll look that up afterwards, but there's a way to link the teleporter on this. Okay. And we're facing north, which is just the wall. Okay, and there's nothing that way. So let's see this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. That's very funny. Like, it just takes us back to the stairs. What do we need? Well, there's doors here. Let's see here. 1, 2. Okay. It's around the corner. It is. These are crazy looking doors. Two, and then this one, and then 1, 2, and then a door. One man in black. It's a ninja. It's some kind of crazy ninja. Everybody fight this man. All right, we got him. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on 6th. Okay. 6, and then there's 1. And then that will teleport us. So it's all in the doors. Okay, 2. And a door. It's a 2x3 room here. And over here is a door. Don't forget that wall. And a 2x2. And then there's a door. Oh boy. Oh, this looks like a lot. All right, well, we'll start mapping this. All right, we come out the door. There's an open section right there. One, two. 3 and turn 1. Two on the door. Two by two room. Okay. We're filling in the space here. Gargoyles. All right. Let's fight these gargoyles. An entity is killed. Gargoyles are resisting the spells. Many of them are resistant. But they couldn't resist that spell. We just try our best. Yep. Okay, another 2x2 room. This just... I feel like what we may end up finding is that many of these areas, just as we go further down, like there's less going on with the maps. They're just all filled in. I don't know. It's not like the top levels were like super complex, but like two, three, four, five. Gargoyle. You ever seen the live action movie Gargoyles from like the, I think the late 70s, early 80s? (1972). Gargoyles. Let me get a picture of the gargoyle from the Gargoyle movie. The gargoyles just show up and start attacking people. It's pretty good. They're pretty good effects. Really, really good movie, but a bad game. Was it? All right, let me get this. Virus scan failed. It's an image. Okay. Well, that's very unusual. I don't know why. Okay. Well, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. You're just gonna have to search for Gargoyles 1972. I can't save an image right now. There's something going on with my browser. That's kind of wild. I mean, you can do stuff with a JPEG, but like, I don't think that's what's going on. Oh, look, it's our favorite, An Area of Darkness. Everybody loves those. All right, everybody loves the dark area. That's a joke. Nobody loves the dark area. Oh, and there's stairs going down too. No, I don't think I will. Oh, Jesus! We have to go back now. Well, you know, of course it's a bunch of men in robes here. There's a trap. There's a pit. It was a pit trap. The bane of the mages, the pit trap, returned once again. You know, I thought maybe it's going to be no, it's a pit trap. And it killed both our mages in one go. Also, utter chaos is the Hobbit is very close to destruction there too. Isn't that really great? Do. Lorto. Lorto is what I want. Look at that. Silas is wrecking him with that spell. All right, away we go. Well, it's been fun. Back up we go. Yep, death number 8. That's it. We almost got another death for chaos as well. Speaking of which, I should probably stop and do all the healing I can right now. I'm gonna have to heal everybody else up anyway, so oh, that's good. Okay, everyone currently alive is at full health, so there's at least that. Well, all right, fingers crossed. I'll pay for this. All right, Judd is cured. Ben is cured. All right, no permanent deaths. Oh boy. All right. Anyone else? We might as well have the rest of the mages get some rest just in case. I think they cast some spells. Seeing them in yellow is like so upsetting to me. Like, just the image of us dragging him into the dungeon with like busted legs, just like, oh, trust me, I can keep going. They're just like completely messed up from falling in the pit, like their bones sticking out of their shins. That was not my intention to drop in a pit and get people killed. You know, just sometimes stuff happens, you know. Yeah. Sometimes stuff happens. All right, where's everybody at here? 45,000, 116,000, 131,000, 37,000. To boot me? Oh no. Well, it will happen from time to time. Okay, it's just one huge spider this time. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go down to 6 in the elevator. Let's get the lights on. I'll cast a map spell. We'll see where we're at. 10-0 facing south. Okay. Ten 0. We're facing south. Elevator 5 to 9. Okay. And we're at a corner. So we're facing north. There is a door right there. 3 and a turn. One, 2, and a crosswalk. Just out of something. If I kill one more time, they're the same as the part. Well, I'm not gonna try to make that happen, but I can't guarantee that it won't happen. You know. But I'm not gonna try to make that happen. I can tell you at least that much. It looks like it carries on past that. Oh, and there's the darkness. It's another area of darkness, which we all love. I don't. Actually, they're fine. They're fine as long as you're careful. 2, 3, 4. It's just a video game, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 6, yep. Oh yeah, this is a weirdo maze here. All right, let's just go back. Three priests. I think we can take them. Nothing happened. High priests. How high? Oh, our chaos got him. Throws stabbed in the butt. Was the toilet paper cut? How does such a thing happen? What are you wiping with? Cardboard? Okay. Three men in black. Oh boy. Well. Can I try putting this? I'll just throw some of this at them. And then we'll throw some of this at them. And then we'll throw some of this at them. And then we'll throw some of this at them. Just hit them with all the mass spells we can get. Okay, well, we didn't need to cast all those spells. Just that one spell. Sooner or later, I'm going to run out of stuff that doesn't kill. Crossbow bolt. Disarm it. 56 gold. Great. Cool. Okay, and then over here, there's more. And it's just another one of these. Okay. Uh-oh, we've been surprised by the Master Thief. One Master Thief, and he just went, nope! And left. Surprise! Okay. I still have my Rod of Flame. Throw it on the priests. Fight the priests, because the priests almost never get with the mass spells. We can take him. Goodbye. Get him. Just everyone whacking on that guy. You're South American. What makes you think that? Alarm. All right, we can disarm it. It's fine. Sword. All right. Let's get this sword. Judd. Judd, identify the blade. It's a short sword. Just hold on to that for now. Early for now. But we're not going anywhere without at least checking in with our homeboy, our old friend and pal, Murphy's ghost. We'll see if I can one-shot him with this spell here. Yep. Just annihilated him. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't at least say hi to Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to at least check in with him. See how he's doing. Destroy him once. All right, everybody's healed up. We're doing all right. Poor Murphy. All right, so I just started screaming, no! Yeah, I mean, those things happen, you know. These things will happen. Murphy's just got to get used to it, you know. rod's still good. Can we get rid of this short sword? Okay. We're good on this count. All right. Oh, that was a rough day. It was a rough session, but we made progress. We're wandering on level 6 now. I don't know, like, I think level 6 is going to be another one of those as long as we go first, because I'm pretty sure we ran into some ninjas that could just destroy us. I was really buffing the remake. Yeah, he had a partner and everything. Like, oh man. But granted, so Murphy, like, was tough when we first encountered him. We were just like level 1 or level 2, right? And like, eventually you get to a point where you have enough hit points or your armor class is good enough that he can't hit you, but you can't hit him either. So the fight takes forever because no one's hurting anyone. Once you get to like level 8 or 9, you're just wailing on the man. But it does crack me up how often you go in there and it's like, you encounter a friendly Murphy. I'm so dark, I call them any. That's terrible. Terrible! Yeah, the amount of times we run into enemies that are like, they would like to be your friend is very funny to me. Because like, I don't ever want to be their friend. It's like, I'm not here to make friends. I didn't come here to make friends. You know, people say that in like the competition shows. I didn't come here to make friends. They get booted off instantly. Like, no, you really should make friends. At least for a couple rounds. At least that's my take. That's my take on it. All right, well, it's a little bit earlier than usual. Oh, I'll get some. A story before I go checking my garden. I will check out your garden, Pranmo, in your Discord. I've been playing one of the group I get together with when we play random tabletop games. We've been playing this game where I think it takes place in the 90s. Yeah, it's in the 90s, and all your characters are like supernatural characters in kind of like the punk scene. And I rolled up a ghost and looked at the age, and I was like, first I'm like, well, then I'm the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. And it revealed that, like, no, Abraham Lincoln's ghost exists in the setting. You have to be someone else. So immediately I'm like, well, then I'm John Wilkes Booth. And they rolled like, okay, you're John Wilkes Booth. Well, then my friend was texting me this week that he looked it up, and apparently there were people who claimed that John Wilkes Booth did not die when it said he did, that he changed his name and was living under an assumed identity. And then when he died, they mummified his body and toured the country with the John Wilkes Booth mummy, claiming it was the body of the actual John Wilkes Booth. They just had this like horribly preserved human body. We're talking about it, like how the mummy made more money than John Wilkes Booth did as an actor when he was alive. And I cracked some joke about like, see, that's just the man keeping you down. See, that mummy should have unionized. He should have got together with the other circus talent and fought back. Of course, the circus owner probably would have just tossed him on a fire. It was like a day or two ago. He just responded to me because he looked it up and saw that it survived a circus train fire. Well, so I get this text message, right? With like no context, because I just see the message pop up on my phone and it just says it survived a circus train fire. Like, without unlocking the phone and opening, like, what survived a circus train fire? What are you talking about? I just walk into the wrong conversation. No, it was the John Wilkes Booth mummy. Make sure you look it up, John Wilkes Booth money. Checking out gardens, sort of euphemism that. Prenmo grows his own vegetables. It's like fruit. Well, I guess tomatoes a fruit, so We can say fruits and vegetables, his own produce. And he always shows off once he's got progress on it. Shows it off in the Discord. His Discord. How's Famine Bro want that money and that body back? Well, see, there's a lot of contention about that because he was like positively identified before or claimed to have been. And I don't think there's anything to go off of besides like the guy was sick and thought he was dying and told someone the story about how he was actually John Wilkes Booth. And then he got better and skipped town and took on a new name. Is it true? Who knows? Who knows if it's true? I don't really know if we can prove that now, right? Gross large cucumbers, right? Ryan, no! Ryan, no! No! All right, let's see who else is streaming. I can throw a link to. I don't know when I will be back. At the latest, I will be back next Sunday for more Wizardry. I know everyone's super excited about it. I'm having fun with it, and I hope you enjoy hanging out while I dig through this dungeon. We're making some progress. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep grinding away at it. I would like to play some other games as well. I know Wednesday is not looking good. If I do get some time Wednesday, I know she's doing another Goose Goose Duck that I might join into if I can get time. So if I'm back Wednesday, it'll be there. Otherwise, the rest of the week, I'm just playing it by ear. So I'll try and update you before it's too late in the afternoon if I'm gonna make it or not. Basically, if you don't hear anything from me during the day, I won't be streaming that day. This should only be another week or two like this until things kind of smooth over. There's just like a lot of appointments have come up, a lot of other stuff going on, and it's wiped me out. So every day is like some new thing. Somebody else say something that isn't appropriate, but that day is not today. I will I will always be suspicious. And the day you stop saying inappropriate stuff, it'll just be something totally innocent, and I'll be staring at it like, what does he mean by that? What does he really mean? His family and bloodline that probably changed their name. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what, because at one point they were talking about trying to do DNA testing, and I'm just like, I don't know who they didn't say who they're going to DNA test. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you're at, but I don't know that people would want, right, to be like, my great grandfather was John Wilkes Booth, you know? I feel like a lot of people wouldn't want that. I don't know, though. Anyway, well, that's it for me today. My sub page isn't really going right now. We'll do it another time. Well, I gotta go get myself something to eat and hang out with my dog a little bit more. I'll try to be back at least one more day this week for something. I did want to play that vtuberEN game that we checked out in the 3DO. That's like cyberpunk mech combat game. I don't know how to describe it. It's like dungeon crawling robot cop. I had fun with that. I want to play through all of that. No Snow Bros. Oh, I can boot up Snow Bros. That's a good point. Let's boot Snow Bros up before I head out. I've forgotten about it. I've forgotten about the Snow Bros. It's been too long. I think the last time I played Bubble Bobble. This looks about right. All right, we'll get the Snow Bros in there. Thanks for reminding me, Judd. Do you want to play it? No, I do want to play it. I just forgot about it. I got out of the habit, is all. Yeah, so we'll get, vtuberEN I want to play. I think that was vtuberEN. Maybe I'm mispronouncing the name. I did want to start the Colonel's Bequest adventure game. We also got Mega Man X4 on the Sega Saturn I want to check out. And a host of other games. So someday we'll be able to get back to a more regular schedule. But that day is not right now. So all I can say is keep your eyes open and I will try to let you know. But yeah, more or less, if you don't hear anything from me by like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, there ain't going to be a stream. that's the unfortunate reality is like if I could just get too busy and I can't get in touch with you. So I'm not trying to ghost y'all, but that's where it's at. So anyway, it's time for some bros. How are we doing life-wise here? Right, making sure the audio's there. 0. Can I get them all? Yes. I don't know if it will count it. Oh, I need to get that bottle up there. I can get the money another time. Yes. Speed. That's what I need. Gotta get that speed juice. Oh no, he's coming for me. Oh god, they're all coming for me. Yes, I gotta get this guy out of here. Oh Jesus! Okay. Just like that guy can drop down on me here. All right, we got him. No, get away, fucking nut. It worked out. It worked out at the end. He almost dropped down right in my face, and that would have been really bad. 35. You know, there's only 50 levels, so we're getting close. I just gotta keep making it through here to try to get by with all my lives. Hopefully, I didn't mess it up already. That was close. Yeah, I need to not die from here until the end. So it's been kind of tedious because instead of starting over from the beginning, I just keep reloading the save states. Eventually, we'll make it. Eventually. Anyway, thank you so much as always for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed some wizardry. We'll check out some more levels. We'll probably scope out more of level 6 next time. Maybe we'll dip down to level 7. We'll check it out. But I want to at least map out level 6. And see what's going on there. Hopefully we'll gain a level someday soon. just one more level. We'll probably have to get a couple more levels before we can finish it. So hopefully we'll find some stuff that gives us some more XP soon. But yeah, thanks for hanging out as always. Thanks for chatting. Make sure you subscribe for more Jum Jumington content when I can make it back. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. Be patient while stuff goes on in life. I know we all know what it's like. Life gets in the way of stuff. And this is just one of those times for me, but we'll make it back through. Anyway, until the next time, so long, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy. If you're celebrating Memorial Day, have a great Memorial Day as well. Until next time, so long, everybody. Bye-bye. Even when I have a script, I have a script, a little thing on there, and I still get tongue-tied. I never know how to end things. I just feel like I need to say one more thing, and I just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I'm just hitting you guys up with a Columbo. Oh, and one more thing. I can hear you. I know you can hear me, Jeremy. You're meant to hear me. You think I don't know that? It wouldn't be the first. I appreciate you letting me know that, because it wouldn't be the first time that I accidentally unmuted things. But that's usually when I'm like sneezing very loudly in the microphone and I mean to mute it and I don't. Jackie Chan Adventures. One more thing. That's exactly it. Oh, I gotta go. See you later.